welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. It's Ellen back here, and I am busy in the studio today, so we're diving right in, and I am in the mood for pumpkin soaps today. That's what I'm making, and the fragrance is Blueberry Pumpkin Patch from Be Scented. I already have it measured off to the side here, and this smells really good. It's not like a pumpkin pie smell. It's more like the vegetable, or is it a fruit? Is pumpkin a vegetable or a fruit? I think it's a fruit. Anyway, you tell me, is it a pumpkin? Is pumpkin a vegetable or a fruit? But it smells more like the actual, pumpkin than a pie. It's not as sweet. And the blueberry it's very like a farmer's market is what I'm trying to say. It kind of has a farmer's market produce smell, and I love it. It does behave. I watched Jen did a video on Be Scented using this fragrance, and it looked like it behaved well for her, so I'm not expecting any problems from it. It does have vanillin, about a 1 point something, I think. What is it? 1.1. So this will discolor a little. That's okay. It's a pumpkin soap. So because it's a pumpkin soap, I have my organic pumpkin puree here, and I have water discounted to make room from my liquid for the pumpkin and my goat milk. This is just going to be so yummy and good. So the pumpkin, the goat milk's going in there for the colors because it's pumpkin and blueberry. So to represent the pumpkin, I will be using Sunset Orange from Be Scented, which is a really pretty dark pumpkin-y orangey red. And then Clean Blue from Nurture Soap. So that's going to be my blueberry color. This is going to be my pumpkin color. And that is it. I've got everything kind of prepped and ready to go. I'm thinking about doing an in the pot swirl today. I don't do those very often, and they're always fun to do. So I might hold off on my hanger and do an in the pot swirl today. So let's get the additives in the oils and butters that are all melted here. So I'm going to go ahead and add my pumpkin. I want that in everything. It doesn't discolor too much. If you put pumpkin puree just in a plain soap, it will discolor it after saponification to like a beige color. So it doesn't stay this beautiful orange. That's, one of the things why you need a mica if you want that good orange color. So there's the pumpkin. Here goes my goat milk. And again, I have water discounted for these two. When you use a fruit puree or a vegetable puree in your soaps, you treat it as part of your liquid portion. That's how you tackle the volume of it. So in goes my kale and clay and my colloidal oats. You know the drill. And I'm going to get these blended in and let them sit for a bit while my lye solution finishes cooling, and then we'll come back and get to making soap. To make soap here. So here is my lye solution, and normally I put cane sugar in my water and dissolve it before I add my lye. Well, because of the pumpkin puree, which has a lot of natural sugars, I didn't put any sugar in here today. The pumpkin it lathers wonderfully, so no need for that. So this is just distilled water, tussa silk fibers, sodium hydroxide, and some sodium lactate. So that's what's going on here. And we'll get up to a nice light trace, split off for our colors, and then I will put the fragrance in after I get all the colors blended. Because I've never worked with this fragrance before, just taking it cautiously. And with the pumpkin puree inside there, anytime you're adding extra sugars like that, the goat milk, the pumpkin, it can, cause a little bit of acceleration. So it's just always good to be mindful of that. And now you will see it start to turn this sort of caramely brown, and that's the pumpkin and the goat milk reacting to the lye. So that is totally a-okay and normal. A lot of colors will do that when it hits the lye, that chemical reaction. You'll get a morph and then it bounces back. So that's just, part of the fun of the chemistry of soap making. So I think we've got emulsion. Let's get our colors over here for our orangey orange and our blueberry. right, it's the next morning on Blueberry Pumpkin Patch, and smells great. And I did come down earlier and steam the top because it was a little dull. It didn't have any soda ash, but it was dull. So anyway, can't wait to get in here. And it really does have more of a green pumpkin-y scent rather than a baked pumpkin scent, which I kind of like. It's almost like a fall farmer's market. It's time to cut Blueberry Pumpkin Patch. And can we just talk about these swirls for a second? Hello, gorgeous. Oh my word, that's pretty. In the pot swirl. All right, let's get to cutting these and see what we've got going on the inside, because I'm loving them. They smell fabulous. They look fabulous. It's all good. All right, let's see here. There's the top. And let's see. I don't know, in the pot swirls, do they do it? Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. These colors are just beautiful. And I don't think we're going to have much discoloration at this point. I think this is kind of what we're going to get, and I am loving it. All right, let's try it. Ooh, isn't that cool? That's almost as fun as my hanger swirls. I'm kind of digging it. All right, let me keep going here. So it was kind of interesting making these with the pumpkin puree and everything. These did not overheat like my previous video of pumpkin pie. That one overheated. It's an interesting thing to me. It did get warm, and maybe it's because I was keeping such an eye on it because my other soap was overheating. So I took the no blanket on this. It was just in the mold with the wooden lid on, and I even took the lid off for a second and gave it a breather. So this did not overheat, I'm very happy to say. All right, on to the next loaf. Again, wow. So fun when that happens, the soap sides. I think soap sides are fabulous. And there's just something about the pumpkin that gets hotter than cane sugar. I'm not sure what it is, but when you make a pumpkin soap with a pumpkin puree specifically, and I've made fruit purees before too, something about the pumpkin, it likes to heat up. So it's just something to be aware of. Oh, it's beautiful. And these, like I said, it's just kind of like a literal pumpkin patch or a farmer's market sort of a smell. It's not a baked pumpkin, and I'm loving it.